Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I'm Brad Reed. I'm joined by Cameo.
What's up, y'all?
And Buck. And I want to take a little bit of time before we start the show to introduce people to who you guys really are, because I sometimes forget that maybe this might be the first time somebody's tuned in, and we've been doing it for so long. So Cameo, the reason that you're on this show is because you're on the radio and you have a lot of connects.
I wouldn't say all that.
Wow.
No connects.
I have no connects.
So basically, you're just getting used.
Yeah.
Wow.
For my name.
Yeah. No, me and Cameo, we've worked together in radio for a long time. And
How
then
long? About like 12 years?
Probably, I was at Cumulus Citadel for about 11 years.
Okay.
And then, so that would have put me and you working together about 3 or 4 at that time. And then we've been doing podcasts and all kinds of stuff together ever since. So it's been a long time now. And, but you do a show on Wild.
Yes.
104.9.
Monday through Fridays, 10 to 2. Tune in.
Yep. What do people listen for, though? I mean, do you do like traffic, news, news on the nines?
You know, I do a little of this, a little bit of that.
A little hip hop, hop hip.
A little hip hop, little hibbity hip hop.
Yeah.
You don't stop. No, you know, I give I give away prizes, you know. We have prizes to give away.
Speaking of, we got some Ninja Turtles right here that we're going to give away in a contest.
No, we're not. No.
You are a Ninja Turtle
Fiend,
enthusiast.
Man. Yes, I am a fiend for Ninja Turtles. Yes.
And you have these from the movie. Finally. Buck, why didn't we ever get like these realistic looking
I mean, we kind of did way back
figures.
when. Like, you can Google it and look up like the movie toys, and for when they came out, they looked really pretty good.
Yeah.
Just not as good as this.
Well, I ordered a few Ninja Turtles. Actually, I didn't really order them. I went on Facebook Marketplace and got hooked up with a guy. Saw that he was selling. Yeah. That sounded bad, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Well, I just, made contact with the guy. Anyway, and he had some, but they weren't these. They were the older Ninja Turtles from back, like every kid had. And for those of you who are listening, sometimes we forget, sorry. But the ones that we have, like I say, are from the old, the first movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually, some of the second movie they look a different.
Similar, but different.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I digress. So I bought the Ninja Turtles, and he had like all 4 of them. So I was really excited. So I go and get them, and when he pulls them out, I was like, "Oh man, I didn't pay better attention or good enough attention." And he had all of them but Raph. He had like 2 Leos. Oh. And I was like, "Dang it!" But I went ahead and paid him for him and took the Leo. Because I'm going to give it to Cameo. He doesn't have that version of Leo.
No.
But it is the soft top Leo, so you don't get it. You get the hard top.
Dang it.
Yeah, keeping it for myself. But, yeah. So that's what sucked. But I ordered a Raphael off of eBay. So I got the
How much
collection.
you pay for that for?
$20, I think.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad. No. I mean, that's with shipping and everything. And like I said, it is the soft top one, and people say that those are better. I think those were the first.
Those were the first,
Yeah. So that's we'll talk more about Toy Fair in a little while too. But Buck, to introduce you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the owner operator of New World Comics here in Oklahoma City. He's also the man responsible for New World Comic-Con every year. Which
gets bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah,
you've made the announcement for this year, right? I mean,
Yes.
all of what's the name of it? Because I know it's Die Hard themed.
I think we're conning hard with a vengeance.
Conning
this year.
hard with
It's con hard with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think the next one is Con Another Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you do when they stop making Die Hard movies? I know there's a contingency, right?
We have 2 options that we're going with after this, so yeah, we'll see.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, and it really depends on what the next Die Hard like final movie ends up being called. Like if it's John McClane like they say it is, then we might just be New World Comic Con John McClane and just go with it.
Awesome. I like it.
Or John McCon.
Ooh. That'll just confuse everyone. Who's John McCon?
That would be so good, though. Like, everybody dresses.
Let's
like
alienate
John
our
McClane.
audience. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. That might happen. Let's not do that. But come down to New World Comics. here just south of 63rd on Meridian, because they have a great selection of comic books, new. Some of them are older comic books. They've got graphic novels, trade paperbacks. One that just came out, a trade paperback, Mr. Miracle.
Yes.
So good. We talk about it every week. It even made Cameo a believer.
I did.
So,
I did.
You're a believer?
Yep.
he is
Yeah.
a believer. I knew it. But you can come down and check out the comics that they highly recommend. There's one over there I got my eye on, Thanos. So if somebody beats me to it, I hope not. But
The Thanos one? Ooh.
that one looks really good.
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm about to take it then.
No, don't do it. It's every time, though. I'm like, hey, Buck, tell me, is this one good? And he'll be like, yeah, you'll like it. And then I'll be like, maybe next week. And then I come in and it's bought. I'm so angry.
I'm just saying. We go through a
Stop
bunch
slow
of comics.
playing, man.
It's just because I got great taste. That's what it is. Yeah. You know who else has great taste? Cameo. And I want to talk more about you and your painting skills.
Okay.
No, I don't. I just was trying to get out of that because it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Oh my gosh. There we go.
But I will tell you about our friends at Paint and Cheers. How about that? They're here in the Plaza District in Oklahoma City. It's a great night out with your friends. You can do friend night. You can do date night. You can take your girl, Cameo. You need to. You need to take her out, and then y'all can have, like, they have nights where they have drink specials. They have
Why'd you
wine,
do that?
$2 Boda Box wine. She can paint, drink. You can do it. You'll love it. It's a lot of fun.
Don't drink the paint.
Don't
Okay.
drink the paint. That's good.
I mean,
Don't tempt me with the good time.
Or do.
Yeah. I'm sure Adam won't mind if that's how you get.
Hey, if I paid for it, I can do whatever I want with it, right?
No, well,
You might ask first.
yeah.
Yeah.
You might make sure it's all organic paint.
Okay.
Free range raised paint.
You know. Who are we to judge?
It might come from the inks of whales. You know what I mean?
Oh no, can't do that.
Or octopus
No.
or
Squid. Yeah.
squid.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
I was
All
gonna
right.
get there.
Anyway.
Paint and cheers. Speaking of squids, paint and cheers. Let's just edit all that out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Go to Paint and Cheers.
Yay! No, but make it a whole night, and we'll tell you more about their drink specials coming up later. But you can reserve your seats right now at Paint and Cheers, the letter N, paintandcheers.com. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to get into. I want to start off with Netflix and Marvel. All right, we're gonna do that.
I haven't
here.
heard of that combination.
Yes, you haven't.
No.
I mean, I've heard of Netflix and chill, but
Yeah, well, I like to
marvel at the
Netflix
things
and
that
Marvel.
you're
Yeah.
Netflixing.
Yeah, or other things like
Oh.
your Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Just marvel at them. Gross. All right, this is gonna be a weird show.
It
I
is.
can tell.
Yep.
all right.
like
So, how about that Marvel Netflix?
I feel like you just kind of lit the powder keg though, and the Cameo exploded.
Yeah, I
Yep.
did.
All right. So, but no. It's really not shocking. None of us are shocked, and we predicted this that they have canceled Jessica Jones and Punisher after season 2. No, is it season? Yeah, it's season 2 of Punisher.
season 3 of Jessica Jones.
Which
So-
is Jessica Jones season 3 coming out now or not?
Yeah,
It's
that's,
It's
supposed
just
to.
pre-canceled.
Yeah.
that show comes pre-canceled.
Yeah.
Watch it, everyone.
Yeah, that's a bad selling point. I would imagine we won't probably get it
Yeah.
unless it comes out on
Hulu.
Hulu. I mean, is that we saw that all the Howard the Duck, MODOK,
Yeah.
those were going to Hulu, and we were kind of thinking, well, that's probably so that some of the more adult material won't end up on the Disney stream.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Punisher, Luke Cage,
Well, the
Daredevil?
the bosses at Hulu were saying, they'd be interested in doing that. So I mean, I guess it's just up to Marvel if they're gonna be like, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here we
does
go.
Disney own part of Hulu? Because I know
2/3 now.
Okay, yeah.
So then yes, it's gonna
Yeah.
go.
So,
Well, and,
yeah.
and, I could see the Hulu deal just basically being the all right. Let's see how they play ball as far as making contracts, that kind of thing.
Right.
And when it didn't just go awful, they were like, I bet you we can make other stuff work.
Right.
Let's work on this.
Yeah, well, because what was the show? There was a Marvel show on Hulu. I enjoyed it, actually. It was set in New Orleans. oh man, it's Dagger,
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and
Dagger. Yeah, and that one was like
That's on Freeform.
it was on Freeform, but also on Hulu as well. Like it,
Oh, yeah.
It came on like the day after or whatever, and I actually liked it because
I love that show.
It was it wasn't too, I don't know, family oriented. It was it was an adult show, and I enjoyed that. So I can see how Daredevil and all those will fit in nicely on the Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hulu just went up, and I was kind of like, I'm not happy about that. But if we get all those, or at least some of them, maybe even better versions of them too.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's still cheaper than cable, so.
That is true.
I'm good.
That is true. Just speaking of that for just 1 second.
One. Okay.
Oh, dang it. I was going to watch Reign of Superman the other day.
Yeah?
Or is it Reign of the Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went to, I think I went to Amazon. I was just going to rent it or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's only on the streaming, though. Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Amazon and Warner Brothers are still fighting. Like, I don't think you can rent anything off of them right now.
Right.
It's on Vudu though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll have to see. I mean, I say this every week. I need to just get the DC streaming. And one reason.
You can join for $6.95 a month right
It's
now.
only $6.95? What does it go up to, though?
I don't know.
Well, honestly, I would say
$50.
wait a couple months until, like, there's a little bit more
Yeah.
backlogged. Because,
True.
I pulled the trigger on it, and then a couple weeks back, I found that I've either watched everything or there wasn't anything that I really wanted to watch after that,
What about, are you watching Doom Patrol at all?
Yeah, I am.
And it's good?
Man, it's good.
Are you already through it, or is it?
Yeah,
is it
they
come
just
out?
put out one episode.
Oh,
it's going to
okay.
be one a week.
Oh,
which
okay,
is,
cool.
Which is really smart, so they don't just run out of stuff. Like like I'm saying, at one point I didn't have anything to hop on there and
Right.
watch, but the subscription had been paid for by itself just from the Reign of Superman being on there. Mm-hmm. So it saved me from going out and buying it. So.
Well, it occurred to me because like you said, maybe I just wait a minute because I do want to see Reign of the Superman, but that's not one of the movies that I'm like just aching to see.
Yeah,
I was gonna watch it if it was $3 the other day, but whatever. But this Batman and Ninja Turtles crossover animated
I'm excited
movie,
about that.
Oh my gosh, I am too, and I am assuming that's probably gonna just end up on the streaming, right?
probably. I don't know. Cameo, what do you have?
It said that it was going to be 4K Blu-ray digital.
Oh, okay.
Late spring when it's going to be released. So.
Right, but Death of the Superman is also, or Reign of the Superman is also on video.
Yeah,
or Blu-ray
yeah,
right
but
now.
the Batman Ninja Turtles thing, that's something that I would buy just because you don't know where the rights to that are going to go after a while.
True. That's a good point.
Because anytime you buy something digitally, you're not actually buying it; you're leasing it for as long as they're willing to.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I made the switch over to Apple Music. My buddy was like, "Just do it," because I was like, "Well, I want all the music." He's like, "Well, all your CDs are packed up, in a box somewhere, and you're leasing music through iTunes anyway, even when you pay for it individually,
Yeah.
and you spend a lot more money that way." So it's even with the streaming, I'm griping about $6 a month, but if I bought all that stuff individually, that would definitely
Right.
be more than that. So it's probably something I just need to do. But definitely the Batman and Ninja Turtles is one of those things that
Yeah.
if that's where it premieres, then I want to get that. I want to
Yeah.
see it. But
Yeah.
I definitely want a copy too for the collection. But I am finding as I'm getting older, there's a lot less things I want to collect, and sometimes movies are one of them. I used to buy when I was younger, like I used to like if you have the comic book shop, I probably would have gone with a movie store
Right.
back in the day, and I'd be out of business. So
Only if you're Blockbuster.
yeah, well, but to to that point, all those movies I can watch on Netflix now. Most of them anyway.
Yeah, and see
And-
that's the thing is without owning some of that stuff, there are times I'm like, ooh, I want to watch that. I can't find that anywhere. Like,
True.
A couple days ago, I was like, man, where's Maltese Falcon?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Guess what? It's nowhere.
Right. Well, that's because of CERN and the timeline change that happened where we all jumped into an alternate universe. That's why.
Right. Yeah.
That's on my other podcast, I guess, where I talk
Yeah.
about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah.
But yeah, so like I had to go to the shelf and be like, oh, there's
Yeah.
the DVD.
Right. And
Yeah.
that is nice. But then again, it's like one of the things I kind of like is I can watch a movie anywhere,
Right.
and I don't have to, bring the whole collection. But there would be some movies that I definitely would want to be able to watch and not have to rely on the availability of a streaming service, whether they have it or not.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's Batman and Ninja Turtles. You said that's coming out
Late spring.
This
so spring.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it was springs from now, I'd be like, why even announce it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk. You bought these Ninja Turtles, and you bought a couple extras too.
Yes.
And you've been watching the Toy Fair going on. Is it in New York?
Yeah, New York.
Yeah,
Yep.
because here's the thing, and I'll probably post some of these pictures as we're talking about them, but Cameo was sending me pictures of these toys the other day, and I was like, where are these? And he's like, at the Toy Fair. I was like, oh, where are you at? And he's like, oh, it's in New York. I was like, oh.
Yeah, like it's the whole idea behind it is it's the big trade show to show retailers the things that they're going to, have access to buy later in the year. And gauging on like interest and that kind of stuff helps them set up production and things like that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
they're not just like, hey, nobody wants a bunch of these.
Yeah, it's hey, we debuted this, but everyone thought that it was hot garbage. So we're gonna, or
I understand.
Like, man, we thought that these would be okay, but everyone's really excited, so we should probably ramp that up.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago at Toy Fair where they had a SH Figure Arts shredder, and
Yeah.
he's
Nothing
nowhere.
ever happened?
Nothing ever happened.
Oh.
Like I'm upset.
There's probably one of them out there, and it's like $10,000 now.
Yeah,
Well,
the prototype.
Yeah. Like license may have been lost, or
Oh, true, yeah.
maybe like the figure just couldn't come out of the molds right, and they needed to go back and fix it. A lot of stuff
Yeah.
like that happens
Well, NECA can do it. Why can't SH Figure Arts do it?
because their products are very fragile and very flimsy.
Also
as
true.
an owner of 8 different Godzillas
Yeah.
from them versus the NECA ones, which
Yeah.
like you look at the SH Figure Arts Godzillas, they're ready to break just by looking at them. The NECA one, like, oh no, his arm fell off. Oh, there we go. Now
Yeah.
it's back in. All right, go get him, Godzilla.
Cameo, what were some of the highlights that you saw?
Oh man, I mean, I think it's still going on, but they're from Marvel Legends. That's basically like the
It's your standard
Yeah.
Marvel line.
if you can't afford like what we were talking about, SH Figure Arts or Reveltech or Hot Toys or whatever, Marvel Legends is just as good. Posability wise, they're okay. Some are better than others, but there's like 2 waves of X-Men Marvel Legends coming out, and I'm really excited about Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god,
yeah.
I can't wait for that one.
Nightcrawler and Beast. Oh, and the Jubilee with the bubble gum.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Are these the legends that I see over here
Yeah.
too? Yeah. So here at New World Comics, you can get some of the Marvel Legends. Actually,
Yeah.
there's an Old Man Logan over there.
yeah.
Is it still there?
I think
yeah.
so. I think I saw it over there. Yeah, get it.
It's for sale if you want.
I know. Yeah. Is it now? But yeah, so everybody should check that out. Anything else that?
Mezco Toys, they're 112 line, about the size of these turtles, anywhere from like 6 to 7 inches.
Yeah, they're sometimes just a hair smaller than the Marvel Legends. but just barely.
just a little bit, a little bit. But they are doing some cool figures. They're doing a Gambit.
Don't look at Bug like he hates Gambit. Look at me. I love Gambit.
They're doing Gambit?
That's
Okay.
awesome, dude. That's awesome.
They're doing Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Comes with a whole bunch of accessories, which is pretty dope. Wonder Woman, the comic book version, not Gal Gadot or Gadot. Godot.
Godot,
I don't
think
know.
is
Good eye.
Okay, Godot. But they also showed It. They got a Mezco 112 It coming out.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope. It looks pretty real.
Anything else?
I mean, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Check our Instagram at the Nerds to Men, Facebook Nerds to Men. You'll see it all.
I wanted to mention something because while we're talking about that, I went to Target the other day, and they have a really interesting selection of toys there for adults. Like they had both It's.
I'm just saying, you're making this sound real creepy.
Yeah.
Well, like action figures and stuff. Like they have
The adult aisle toys.
Rick and Morty. They have Gremlins. Like really cool stuff.
NECA's in partners with Target now.
Right, and that's
They
what I was
lost
going to say.
Toys R Us.
There's the Ninja Turtles from back in the day, like the cartoon version.
Yeah.
Which, because like the ones that I bought the other day, that they didn't really look like the cartoon either.
No.
Like the Shredder really doesn't. I don't even know what was that based off of. Comic books
a
back
bunch of-
then.
Yeah, I mean, concept ideas for the show, things like that. Because the toys had to go into production before the show,
Right.
And actually, if you make a stop down at the Toy and Action Figure Museum in Pauls Valley, you can meet up with Kevin Stark,
Oh, really?
who designed those toys.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh
he'll
my
tell you
gosh.
need to
We
go.
were already talking about
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah.
Where's that one again?
In
Pauls
Pauls Valley.
Pauls Valley.
Yeah.
That's not that far. We should have already gone.
I know, right?
Yeah. Y'all should go
Sad.
and just take some time. Actually, y'all should get them on the show.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. That'd be awesome. Tell them to bring us some toys.
Yes, all of them.
But yeah, so I just want to mention that because those the cartoon looking ones, and you said maybe also based off some of the video game
Yeah.
stuff too. Those are also something that's going to have to go in my collection now. And so me and Cameo kind of came up with the nerdiest thing to do ever, I think.
Gonna build a diorama.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
We're going to take all of our Ninja Turtle sets and build dioramas for them.
Yep.
Set.
I've heard way nerdier, so no, you guys are good.
Yeah. Well,
I got worried.
yeah.
I've heard some stuff, man.
I don't know. What nerdier could we do with the
I don't know.
turtles? Like have battles with
Have
them?
pizza parties.
Ooh, yeah. Let's have a
Yeah.
pizza party with the turtles.
But those toys that the ones that you were talking about should be hitting the stores and Targets either this week or next week. So
yeah.
late February, early March.
Yeah.
So
So I'm looking out for those.
2-packs. They're 2-packs.
Because
so.
some of those things at Target, my buddy Derek picks up from time to time. He picked up a gremlin, like the gremlin, right, with the shades, and he had these Skittles, but they weren't Skittles. They were called Brad Bites. And so I had to go. I was like, man, I want some because, of course, I love gremlins. I got one tattooed on my arm or hand, and
It's not a gremlin. That's a gizmo.
that is Gizmo. But
He's a mogwai.
I don't need to be told that. I already know.
But he's
Wait
not a
a minute.
gremlin, no.
Oh no, you know what I just realized?
What?
He can't wash that hand.
No, I can't. I can't eat after midnight with it either.
That's gross.
But
I was going to say something very inappropriate. I'm glad I did it.
please don't. Let's talk about some toys that made it into, our lives and cartoons and movies, and that's the Transformers.
Yes.
Yeah. But I love that when I was younger. Although, hey, I want to talk about two things. I just remembered. I want to talk about Bumblebee the reboot, and then I also heard there's a Transformers series coming to Netflix.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Animated.
Huh.
So that could be cool. Do you remember the movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's so weird. Don't you
Wait.
think it's kind of trippy?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really huge into Transformers. Like, I think that the toys are like way cooler than the lore. But
Right.
I mean, I've talked to some people who are like, very huge into the Transformers, and like I'm with it to a point, and then I have too many questions that it can't really answer.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I quit. I'm done.
They're too hard. Like I've bought some for the kids that were like, I can't even make this work. I don't know how. You're not allowed to play with Transformers anymore.
Nope.
But no, I think I liked the cartoon when I was young, like the show and then the movie. Of course, I love that. But I didn't really play with a whole lot of Transformers. I mean, they were cool. I don't know. I got a lot of like Family Dollar. I don't know what they were. Pansformers or something. But so yeah.
Oh man.
But
We just lost those listeners.
Whatever. There are people out there that know what I'm talking about. That they had to get the Family Dollar toy. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, yeah, Pantsformers for life.
They probably, if somebody has one out there, I'll buy it from you.
You're about to get some really awful solicits. Guess what you just signed up for?
Yeah.
I welcome them because I'm lonely. No, but I haven't seen the Bumblebee reboot yet. Well, we just found out it's the reboot.
Yeah.
But the latest Bumblebee movie, you saw it. You really liked it.
I really liked it. Yeah.
You said it was an OP movie.
Yep.
But it's not out on Blu-ray yet, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. I believe it comes out next month, like second or third week.
I'm kind of more excited about watching it now, knowing that it's rebooting it.
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious that they were like, all right, here's this, and it's all different. Mm-hmm. Let's hope for the best, guys.
Right.
All right, here's everything that was different. Yeah, it's totally a reboot. You know,
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you seen it yet?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I didn't think. I thought Cameo was the only one. So
If
far.
y'all don't remember me saying this, including you too, but I feel like it was an apology movie.
Right.
Because like what they did in the last 5 movies before Bumblebee was like, okay, we're gonna do a clean slate and really make it a Transformers movie. Not I'm gonna blow stuff up because I'm a robot. So yeah, I mean, story, action. I mean, it was all balanced out to as a good movie.
Cool.
So are you going to check out the animated version on Netflix?
Probably not, but
Some of the stuff it's hit or miss. Like, didn't Voltron come back on Netflix?
Yeah,
I wasn't really into it.
It wrapped up.
Do you remember when? Was it? I think this was when I realized that me and Cameo were into the same stuff. But do you remember when Thundercats came out?
Yes.
And I was so excited, and then I didn't enjoy this newer version of it so much.
Obviously, nobody else did.
Is the new one like the super goofy one? Did that one come out?
The newer, where they're
I don't think so.
animated all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Did
think
it?
so.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't believe
think
it
did.
has. I've
Yeah.
seen that where.
Because the new one that was like more anime based got like awesome reviews and then like went nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So
They did like one season, and it was just like, okay, what? Like cliffhanger. It was
yeah,
like,
but
okay.
everyone was like, "Man, it's amazing."
I liked it.
Yeah,
I
You
liked
did? You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Panther was dope. Man, he was
Yeah.
so cool.
I don't know. I was such a big fan of that show when I was a little
You
kid.
just like Lino and his leotard, his bellyless leotard.
I do love that outfit. I wish you had one.
he does.
I bet he does.
I do.
I bet he
He
does.
does.
My dancing days.
Something you recommended last week that was on Netflix. I watched it. Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
I just flipped through some of the pages the other day while you were recommending it, and some of the stuff I saw on the show was cool, kind of how it was based off of that art and stuff. But I really enjoyed it. It was just the one episode I've seen. How many have you seen, Cameo?
I've seen them all.
And you've seen?
I've seen 2.
Okay, so I actually maybe 1 1/4. I think I watched a little bit of it last night, episode 2. Here's what I was thinking, though. I really did like it, but it really seemed like I was watching a Wes Anderson movie.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, there were so many themes that, like, the dad issues, like the kid who's like an old soul, or and the scene where they come out on the house and like you can see every room.
Right.
Very Wes Anderson. The music, although the music was quirky, but in a different way than what Wes Anderson uses. There wasn't the obsessive need for symmetry, and maybe not the obsessive need for all the colors to be in one swatch or what.
Yeah, but you're not wrong with that assessment. Like
it reminded me. Yeah. Did you ever see the? I think it's on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, but I'll post a link. If Wes Anderson directed an X-Men movie, that's what I feel like Umbrella Academy reminded me of. So, but I did like it. And I like where it's going.
Then you'll like the book too.
Really?
Yeah. It's I will say this though. I do like I said, I've seen all of it, and I do like how they made Vanya in the movie. Mm-hmm. I don't really care about how they did it in the book, but because they really didn't focus on her in the book.
Yeah, but I mean, in the book they only had 6 issues.
Right.
So with this they have was it 10?
10 episodes.
10 episodes to like do way more. So it does like 2 episodes in. It does feel like there's a lot more filler to it, just to like give it some time to breathe, and then also kind of take up some time.
Yeah.
So that's getting old with all the Netflix shows. Like, okay, well, we've signed up for this.
Right.
Yeah,
When does Bill Murray show up?
he's been there. No.
Oh, I'm intrigued. But yeah, I mean, like I say, how much of the book do you feel like it captured as a whole?
It's totally different. But they do. Okay, so if you read the book, there's a part where they were younger and they went on their first mission. Well, in the comic book, or I mean, in the show, they don't do that mission, but they Easter egg it in a scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, they'll go back to the book every now and then, but or like mention something from the book, but it's not in the movie or in the show.
And should we kind of set it up for maybe if people don't even know, haven't seen the show or read the comic book?
I think it's pretty like if you don't know anything, it's almost better just to let it all unfold.
That's true.
Because you pay almost closer attention with the wait. Hold on, what? That's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. It was, I don't know, it's like I could almost play certain characters in other comic books. Like, you know, like this guy is this guy, this guy is this guy, you know. So that was, I don't know, to me, it maybe even took me out of it just a little bit. But I did enjoy what I saw, and I definitely want to watch the whole season. So I'm not critiquing it that hard, really.
No, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I was mad that it was done after 10 episodes, but I mean,
So there's not going to be a season 2?
if there is going to be next year,
Yeah.
if they sign for it.
Because what's going on with the book? How many? This is the first one.
They're in their 3rd series.
Okay.
Like
okay.
the first one came out and we thought that was it, and then a couple years later they were like, "Oh, hey guys, here's part 2." Mm-hmm. And then we were like, "Oh, cool! I'm glad that we got this second one. That's pretty neat."
Yeah.
And now we have a 3rd one, which we didn't really expect.
Yeah,
How
I think
does
it's
it hold
coming out.
up?
It's coming out this year.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. The 3rd one's almost done.
Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, sweet.
Yeah.
And it's just as exciting, as,
Yeah. I mean, it's different, but yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check out more of that because, like I say, when I was looking at it last week, I enjoyed the art and I also enjoyed the writing. And you know where else I enjoy art?
Where?
Paint and Cheers.
Oh, okay.
I know.
That was a
That was
decent.
a really good segue
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
That was way better than the first one.
and all
I'll
of
tell
them.
you that.
I don't feel like quitting the show.
Oh my gosh, so harsh. But you know where the lighting isn't harsh? No, I quit on myself.
You already did. You already segued into it. Just go with it, Brad. What are you doing with your life?
At Paint and Cheers. I'm painting at Paint and Cheers. But that's where you could go for date nights, group parties. You could take the office. You can have ladies' night out there, you and all your friends. It's a great place. They have all kinds of paintbrushes, paints. You don't have to bring anything. You just show up, get your
Except
drink
for money.
on. Yeah. Well, you do have to lay down a little
paper.
cheddar, but
There you go.
but that's all right. It's a great night out, and like I say, they were voted best place to have an adult party in Oklahoma City in the Gazette. So that was pretty cool. And you can go out there if you go to paintandcheers.com. They got $2 Boda Box wine nights on Thirsty Thursdays. On Saturday at 2 p.m. Is it 2 p.m.? I always mess that up. Always mess it up. At 2 p.m. they have bottomless sangria, and at Sundays at 2 p.m. they have bottomless mimosas. Yeah, so that's tasty. I love mimosas. So get out there. You can paint. You'll paint a picture that you'll be proud of. You will want to paint it and put it on your wall, or you can give it away as gifts, like I keep planning on doing to you guys. I give you all my artwork. And I know you'll hang it up.
Yes.
I know you will in your home. Go to paintandcheers.com right now to reserve your seats. Don't do that, Cammy. All right. We came up with a theme for Net Worth a few weeks ago.
Oh, did we?
And if we didn't follow that theme, all 3, 2, 1 it. and we can start over.
Well, I got kind of sort of a theme.
Okay. Well, let's just go with this. What's the theme for this
All
week?
right. So for those that haven't watched before, net worth is us kind of having fun with the crazy amount of money that celebrities have. Because, like, past a certain point, as Dave Chappelle says, it doesn't really matter how much money you have.
Right.
So we have, like, guys this week. Like, who has more money, Jimmy Fallon or Seth Meyers?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll say Jimmy Fallon.
I would have to say Jimmy Fallon.
All right, how much money do you think Jimmy Fallon has?
80. I would say 80,000. 80 million.
Brad?
I'm gonna say 25 million.
All right.
And Seth Meyers has, let's do 40.
I'm gonna say Seth Meyers probably 18.
So Jimmy Fallon, and these are as of Google right before we taped this. So if this changes between now and then, feel free to post them in the comments. We'll never mention it again.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, if you want to post what you make.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon is worth $60 million.
Ooh, Cameo, you were close.
Seth Meyers, $12 million.
Oh, you were
I was
close.
close.
Yeah, which it's he's new at the hosting game.
That's why
So,
Jimmy Fallon hangs out with Justin Timberlake and Seth Meyers hangs out with old SNL cast.
That's right.
And comic creators.
Yes. No, Seth Meyers, I like him. I
He's pretty
miss
funny.
him on.
Yeah.
I mean, the new guys are funny too.
Sometimes.
But he's
They grew into it though.
Seth Meyers has had Tom King on his show like 3 times now.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need to go watch all those.
Yeah.
Oh my
They have
gosh.
him on the YouTubes.
Well, they also have both of those guys, Jimmy and Seth, on Hulu. So.
Oh, they do? Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So either way, but it's probably, you know what, if I just want to get the little snippet of Tom King,
Yep.
YouTube's.
So, all right. Let's go mob bosses here.
Okay.
Robert De Niro versus Al Pacino.
Let's do. Dang, they've been around for a while too.
Right?
Robert De Niro, let's say 100 million, and Pacino, 130.
Oh, no.
All right, Brad, what do you got?
I'm going to go De Niro, probably, I don't know. I mean, if Jimmy Fallon's got 60 million, I would say De Niro, let's say 200 million,
Ooh,
and
that's
Pacino, let's go 150.
Interesting. Okay, so Brad gets this one. Robert De Niro, 300 million.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Al Pacino, 165.
Oh,
I believe it.
Oh, dang.
I believe it. I mean, you know, De Niro's he's done better paying jobs, to get the money, sure, but he's also done just bigger movies.
Yeah.
That's also
Pacino's done like some HBO movies and some really crappy other movies lately.
Yeah.
So, I believe it.
How's this? How about Dolph Lundgren
Oh, no.
versus Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Ooh, that's a good one. Dolph Lundgren. Oh, he might have just got an injection of cash.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he may have, but that won't reflect on his
Oh
net
yeah,
worth
that's
of
right.
last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ooh, so Dolph Lundgren, this is what he's probably arguing with the creditors right now.
Okay, let's do 90 million Dolph. Jean. Let's do. Bloodsport was so good. Oh, snap. Let's do 75.
All
Okay.
right. Brad, what you got?
DL, I'm going to go 20. And JVD, I'm going to go 10.
Wow. Okay. So Dolph Lundgren is worth $15 million.
Nice.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, $30 million.
Oh.
What'd you say?
I said 10 and you said 75, so I think we got pushed on that.
All right, guys. What are the 2 coolest ships in sci-fi movies?
The Millennium Falcon
Yeah?
and the Santa Maria. No, I'm joking. The Black
Enterprise?
Pearl.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go. Millennium Falcon versus the Enterprise.
Okay.
Harrison Ford versus William Shatner.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. All right. You want me to go first this time, or
Yeah,
You want,
go-
okay.
you go first.
I'm gonna say Harrison Ford. He's probably in this De Niro money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think both of them are though.
I'm gonna say 200 mil for Harrison, and Shatner. He made like a crappy CBS show a while back, and that didn't work. So
What about royalties from Star Trek?
I mean, he probably ain't getting much on that anymore. I'm gonna
Also,
go
he breeds horses.
that. Oh, well, that probably changes things. Just 80 mil on Shats.
All right.
Is that what people call him?
Yep. Shats.
They do now.
He's gonna block us on Twitter.
Okay, Harrison Ford. Let's do 250,
Ooh.
and William Shatner. Let's do 100.
Man, I feel like you're just piggybacking.
William Shatner is worth $100 million.
Oh.
Harrison Ford is worth $230 million.
Oh, wow.
Booyah!
Both of those, though, we were pretty close.
Yeah, that
but
is
you
true.
got it. You were closer.
were-
Nice. I think I led you there, but that's all right.
No.
You can go first on the next one.
Okay.
All right, so final one.
All right.
Ian McKellen versus Patrick Stewart.
Wow.
versus.
Don't they share all their money? Don't they like live together and they go and
And they're both knighted.
they're all in the same
I think they
plays?
just hang out
and-
all the time.
Okay.
That's like saying that you and Cameo live together. And
I mean, we're like Bert and Ernie,
interesting.
So I mean, do you get more money if you're knighted?
but they are best friends, right?
There is a thing to that, but that doesn't necessarily. Since they're both knighted, like it cancels each other out.
Okay.
But there are things that you get for being knighted, but not like that.
Okay.
There's different concessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get to rub the queen's feet.
You're in her service, but yeah. But I mean, technically, if you're a citizen of Britain, you're in her service anyway. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay, so you said I'm going first?
Yeah, McKellen and
Sir
Stewart.
Magneto. I'll say, because he's probably up there too. I'll say 100. Let's do 100. Let's do 200 million. And
All right, 200 million.
and then Sir Patrick. Let's do 250.
Okay. I would probably scale that down a little bit and say I'm gonna give McKellen 90 mil and Stewart 130.
Wow. All right. So, Ian McKellen, Magneto, has $55 million.
Shut up! But he did. What's the thing? Gandalf.
Yeah?
Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
and the Hobbit.
He wasn't like the star.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that he kept all that money. You know, I mean, and who knows what his contract,
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah. Patrick Million.
Patrick Million.
Patrick
That's what
Stewart
his friends call him.
Can barely read my own writing. Patrick Stewart, 70 million.
Oh my
Oh,
God, I
wow.
was way off.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well,
Well, there you go.
sucks to be a knight.
Yeah. It says nobody ever, probably. All right. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for
Yeah.
where we get to talk about what's new and what's coming out this week. Which, like I say,
Where Buck says yeah a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, these are some of the stuff that's in the store. But then because we record this on Monday and it comes out on Wednesday, it will be available. We just don't have it in hand.
Well, there's some of the stuff that it's just me speculating on what's going to be good.
right.
And
right.
some of it I know for a fact is good because it came out this last week.
All right.
So,
well,
yeah.
let's hear it.
So coming out this coming week, Guardians of the Galaxy #2.
Ooh.
Because Guardians 1 was phenomenal.
Yes.
You find out that a new team needs to be put in place to go track down anyone who might be the host to the resurrected Thanos.
Yes, that is such a cool concept.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's a super powerful team that's going after some of the biggest.
Because some of the names are
Like
Can I say?
Yeah,
Hulk, right?
yeah. Juggernaut.
Juggernaut?
Yeah,
Okay.
Invisible Woman.
Venom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more? Any more that I'm leaving out?
I mean, there's tons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now, why is it up to the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, so Star Fox, Thanos' brother,
Right.
got everyone who's been any kind of Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
together and was like, who wants in on putting a stop to this?
Right. Right.
And we just got this team.
You know, I want to see that as an animated movie already.
It's like it's gonna be nuts.
When you say that's the idea for the book, it sounds so good. But I have the first one, and that comes out this week.
Yeah,
Okay,
And
can't wait.
Didn't DC do something like that with Darkseid?
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, because they were supposed to stop Darkseid.
in Countdown and Final Crisis.
Yeah. And then he was just resurrected as a baby
Yeah.
Darkseid.
Oh, Baby Darkseid.
He was kind of cute and ugly at the same time.
Oh, you're talking the Dark Side Wars recently.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. That's a different thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But so the next thing that I want to cover is Avengers: No Road Home, which issue 1 came out this last week,
Oh, really?
right? So if you're not a Hercules fan, you're going to be, because he's amazing in these, right? So it starts off with Hercules telling this really great epic tale of him and his family, the time that they killed the two-headed snake and the battle that went on and the revelry. Oh God, the revelry, the things. And then this cop's like, dude, are you gonna help us? And it turns out no, he was just couldn't help telling his own story to this cop. And they're like, do you want to know what the situation is? He's like, no, let's just go. So he just goes straight into the problem without like any kind of briefing.
Yeah.
His cup.
Yeah,
So there's a little humor in this one.
there is, and like,
good.
look who he caught.
Nice.
So another really cool moment is Hulk meets up with Hawkeye, which, if you remember the whole thing in Civil War II, Banner came to Hawkeye and was like, "Hey, kill me if ever I Hulk out again."
Right.
So Hulk shows up and he's like, "So you didn't think to maybe go get your friend some help?" He was like, "Oh, okay, that's a dumb plan. I'll go along with it."
Right.
Yeah. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So
Right there.
yeah,
That's dope.
yeah, it's going to be a 10-issue weekly series.
Okay.
And
Oh,
man,
snap.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want to read what happened.
Cameo. Oh, let me read the last page first. That's the best way to read a comic book.
Hey.
it gets people excited.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm excited about this.
another thing coming out this next week, Hulk Verines, which sounds like one of the stupidest things I've heard of in comics for a while, but it's probably going to be a lot of fun.
one. Yeah.
So there's this guy who turns into like a Hulk, but he's got a adamantium skeleton and Wolverine claws too.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
That would be really scary.
So he's a Hulk Verine.
Yeah. I like that.
Come on, Marvel.
Hulk Verine.
Well, what else? Wolva Hulk?
Volk?
Wolvolk?
Or you,
A Volk?
yeah.
He's
Or-
so woke.
I just hope that they make use of the toys that they already have in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Where's Scar? Where's
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to think because a buddy of mine, he always tells me to look out for certain comics. And I thought that there was something where Wolverine and Hulk had crossed before, or is not Mutant X. What was it called?
Weapon X?
Weapon X. No, but Weapon X is
Weapon H is what Hulk Verine's spun out of.
okay. So there is a Weapon H. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, you
All
see
right.
his weapon Hulk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is so that ties to that.
Yeah, so it ties to that.
Cool.
So also coming out this week, Batman. It's the third part to the big crossover between him and Flash.
Oh,
you're finding
nice.
out more about the Gotham and Gotham Girl and how messed up their origin is.
Right. I remember they popped up in the very first
Batman trade. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that one called? It was I Am Gotham.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. A really good.
Yeah,
one.
and it turns out that that wasn't just the first part of the story. Like that's setting up everything to come. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Tom King, he's really awesome.
It's big time. Yeah, and I've been looking back on some of his interviews that he's been doing, and he has this planned through, I think he said 103 or 104 issues.
Oh yeah.
And we're just past the middle part of it.
Right.
So yeah, look for things to be amping up and then winding down.
I saw some people that were kind of juicing them up on Twitter to get 1,000.
I'd be in.
Because which one just passed 1,000?
Detective Comics is about to hit 1,000.
Oh, about to. Okay.
Yeah, and Action just hit 1,000.
Nice.
So yeah,
nice. All right. Let's see. What else you got?
All right.
I'm
So
excited about this one.
So coming out this week, Nightcrawler.
Yes.
What do I know about it? Nothing. Does it matter? No, it's Nightcrawler.
Exactly.
Right.
It's going to be fun. And if it's not, we'll burn down Marvel.
See, I'm kind of confused because I know that there's like
Nightcrawler from the X-Men.
That's all you need to know.
Help
at
him
his
out.
shirt.
Kurt Wagner.
Yeah. No, what I was confused about is I know that with the X-Men, there's tons of different titles, right? There's, the X-Men, the X-Force,
Uncanny.
And you kind of talked about that on the New World Comics podcast with Eddie Santos last week.
Yeah.
But right now, because I've collected a few of them, I need to see what else we've got that's been out. But the Uncanny X-Men just started.
Yeah, it's issue 12 comes out this week, and they're getting the X-Men back to kind of where they need to be. Mm-hmm. They're not doing a great job. They're doing a pretty good job of it. I was really more impressed when the series first started coming out, and they've kind of had some missteps along the way. Mm-hmm. They're going a little too far in this like Age of the X-Men thing, and in my opinion. But they just brought back Cyclops, and they just got Wolverine, and they've met up, and they're cool again.
Right.
Which is really a step in the right direction.
So do you think that this Nightcrawler will be part of that, or is it a standalone thing?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be part of that, but it'll be a standalone series. Mm-hmm.
But tied into the current,
right?
Because I didn't know if there's a whole lot of them that don't intersect. Like even
it'd be like taking you out of work, but you're still going to be talking about stuff from your work.
Right.
That's part of who you are.
Is that how maybe the Detective Comics and the Batman kind of they do too? Okay,
right.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then last thing that I want to talk about is this Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is written by Tom Taylor.
I love it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I love it.
So issue 1, you find out something really, really sad is happening. Issue 2, something crazy happens from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to read it. It's dope.
I did buy. Which is this 3?
The first one.
This is the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to read them. I bought them for my nephew because he loves Spider-Man, and so I need to check it out myself.
Yeah, and Tom Taylor is by far one of the most underrated comic writers in the industry right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? What else has he done?
He's been writing the Injustice comic series for forever.
Yeah.
He did the X-23 Wolverine series. He did X-Men Red. He's just been all over the place. There was a Batman annual that came out not too long ago that was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember we talked about that one.
Yeah, there's not much that he's written that I have not liked.
Interesting. So he's doing. Do a lot of these guys kind of go back and forth nowadays? Are they kind of like, for hire, or as far as
some of the people usually, whenever some heat gets on them, Marvel or DC will try to snatch them up and make them exclusive.
There's a little poster in here.
Yeah,
I like it. What's this Wolverine Infinity Watch?
So that comes out this week. I don't know a thing about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Amazing Nightcrawler.
I know that they want to sell a lot more Infinity Gauntlets with some claws coming out of it.
I want one though.
See?
They know us. They know us so
Buyer
well.
number 1.
That's cool. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing
And,
Spider-Man. Get
what?
it?
No,
Shut up.
but that's friendly neighborhood.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
That's friendly.
yeah, that's what I got this week.
Right on. Oh, Bug, yeah. New World Comics, the New World Comic Podcast. These are all things that you need to go to and watch on a regular basis. I think we might not know who our next guest is just yet, do we?
I think it's going to be Ben.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
Resident Teen and Flannel himself.
Yeah.
The Ben Turn.
The Ben Turn of the Nerds to Men podcast. He's also the host of the, very highly sought after Teens in Flannel podcast.
Hashtag dab on the haters.
Yep.
Dab on 'em. Oh.
It's an exclusive podcast
Uh-huh.
that you have to be part of a 14-year-old social network to get to.
This got weird.
So you probably haven't seen it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's on the New World Comics podcast. It's a great podcast when you want to find out more about comic books because you get to meet the people who have worked at the store who help out with Superhero School, and they get to talk about their favorite stuff, which is always the best when people are talking about like their favorite stuff. That's when they come out and shine the brightest.
Right.
So that's why sometimes it's hard for me to really talk about like Cameo and what he does. No, I kid. Cameo, before we go,
Yeah.
you have one other tip for posing your Ninja Turtles.
Don't break him.
But how do they not?
Oh, okay. So, not all action figures do this, but NECA has pretty hard joints. So you want to put them in super hot water or use a blow dryer and warm up the joint so they don't snap or break. Because somebody said on a forum that they were mad that their Leonardo's arms snapped off.
Oh.
And the guy was like, well, if you knew how to, loosen the joints up, that wouldn't have happened. So basically it's your fault.
Yeah, that's no.
Yeah. So make sure if you buy any toys that you are posing, make sure you warm them up a little bit.
I can promise you this. When we get together to do our diorama, I'll be warming up the joints.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah.
For Nerds to Men, I'm Brad Reed.
I'm Cameo.
Buck Berlin.
Keep it nerdy, baby.
Dirtman for life.